Welcome back to the channel, one and all, and I am finally back with content. This, of course, is ToxicSpill, and welcome back to the glorious game that is StarCraft 2 Co-op. I know it's not PvP, and which is the most popular one, but we're doing co-op because it's the only game mode to me. Now, the commander in question for today, with this very new type of video, is of course Swann. Now, I know we've already made 3 videos, by now at least, on this guy alone. And I should be moving on to other commanders, and while that is true, I am stubborn and sometimes irrational with these choices, plus the topic for this video is genuinely worth looking into. Now, the first part is going to be the more information and explanation side of the video, where I'll actually talking about every single aspect of this very unique strategy and this very unique way of playing. Then, of course, and the more entertaining part by far, which is going to be the practical gameplay comprising the second part. This is going to be a true fusion of my critically acclaimed guide videos that have won every award ever. Don't search it up. And of course, the more recent gameplay videos and of course, their best bits. Now, of course, before we get into the video, if you absolutely love the video, if you love the content, hell, if you love me, be sure to scroll down below and hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all of the content coming your way. Socials in the description. And leave in your comments what do you think of this strategy or any other weird, satisfying, yet very powerful strategies, or just sheer stupid strategies that you want me to know and you would like me to see. I would very much appreciate it. Now, enough of this rambling, let's get on to the video and witness the sheer stupidity and power of Swann's Wraith Spam. So first, we need to cover the absolute basics of the video and context just in general, especially for those who are new to the channel, and if you are, welcome. Now, for those who don't know, Swann is a mechanized commander that mainly plays defensively, having access to a wide range of defenses while having various types of offensive walkers and tanks. Now, Swann has to be probably my favorite commander, at least for the Terrans, which does happen to explain my videos always being about him. The interesting part, of course, is when you look at his air support. Now, his air support is not wide in variety at all. There's only about 3 units that he actually gets. From the massive, chonking Hercules transports to the unexplainably important science vessel equipped with healing and bug spray. Now, the unit in question sticks out like a sore thumb, and I think that looking back on my previous commander guide on him, I think I was a little too harsh on these guys. Now, the unit in question, of course, is the Wraith, as you can probably tell by the title. Now, the Wraith, by trade, is an air superiority fighter that zips around the map extremely quickly, equipped with rockets, cloaking, and a ground laser cannon. Now, it's important to know that Wraiths normally are laughably terrible at best, as they're basically outdone by almost every single other unit. Now, you might be asking, well, why would you make an entire video dedicated to making a terrible unit at all? Well, one, normally you would think that'd be pretty funny, actually, just to watch me fail over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it would be. But the entire reason why Wraith spamming army is insanely devastating, at least with just Swann alone, while it does have increased power from other upgrades like advanced optics and biosteel that automatically heal and increase range. But the most notable upgrades for this entire reason of the video is mainly the pulse amplifier and the displacement field, because these guys just sweep the entire battlefield, insta-killing every single enemy they fire on. I am not joking about that, and that is not an exaggeration whatsoever. Normally it is, but in this case, it is very much not. Bomb him, bomb him, bomb him. Deleted. You see my point? Now, the most important upgrade of the topic, of course, is the pulse amplifier. So the description of the ability is to attack while moving, which is technically not possible. It's very unclear about that part. But the point is, after every movement, no matter how short of a distance it is, the next air attack will be doing a slight increase of damage, of 100% more damage, and while the weak, puny, and laughable ground laser cannon does 300% more damage. Yeah, that 8 damage slow fire rate attack is now doing 32 in mass numbers and extremely quickly, because you're not having to wait for the cooldown or the reload time because you're moving and switching a target. That's why these guys are so broken. This ultimately results in some of the highest possible burst damage ever you could ever get in the game, being capable to delete almost every single troop on the battlefield, objective and hybrid alike, and not like puny, annoying early game hybrids that show up on certain maps, but we're talking the high tier army killing level hybrids. Absolutely demolished. And that's why I decided to make this video. While the other upgrades are, however, important, there really isn't much to say. While the Wraith is cloaked, it does move 20% faster and has a 20% chance to avoid damage completely. Important, but again, if you're getting attacked while you're cloaked, normally means death more than anything. So now let's say you make this army. Good news is, you have an army that moves at Mach 5. Cloaked and bulldoze almost any enemy from the shadows, with a relatively affordable price and some of the highest, if not the highest burst damage possible in the game. Bad news. You have a very flimsy army that relies on cloaking and mass numbers. AoE is a nightmare that will kill all of your troops and detection becomes fatal. Hard to replace in mass numbers, and cloaking relies on an energy supply. That energy supply cannot be increased anymore, the regeneration can't be made any better, so you need to be very conservative with cloaking and decloaking. Now, one of the most important parts, of course, which is how do you actually make this build? And it's relatively simple. See, Swann universally, no matter what type of army you make, whether it's ground or air, weak or strong, expensive or cheap, Swann is going to have a slow start universally. There's no changing that, and your ally is going to have to pick up the slack early on. In times like this, I recommend to be very aggressive with getting your expansion and your economy set up. Only build enough supply depots to actually max out your SCVs and potentially a little bit of army space. Set up all your refineries, all your mineral fields, Vespian drones, the whole thing. Then divert at least 3 SCVs to actually building one structure simultaneously. This is because of Swann's upgrade for improved SCVs, which actually allow him to build a structure as many times faster as there are SCVs working on that single project. Then after that, it's a simple make sure that you're researching all those key upgrades that makes the Wraiths as powerful as they are, predominantly build them, and throw in a few science vessels here and there. 2 or 3 should do for both healing and mainly detection. Again, just make sure at the end of the day that you are constantly moving between each attack, and if you do so, you will absolutely maximize their damage to make a very, very, very powerful, yet very flimsy army that is able to basically one-shot almost any enemy in the game. Now, all of this stuff and all this factual and evidence is very useful, but without practical gameplay, it doesn't give it any real emphasis on why you should use it than just me rambling. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So first what we're going to do is we're going to need that. And because they cost gas, we're going to need to be also getting our Vespian up as early as possible. So they go B, or no, that's not it. I'm trying to use the hotkeys. No, that's not it. There, B, there. Next, R, there. Alright, get SCVs. Oh, he's already given me a speed boost that will slightly increase mineral production. Not by a lot, but enough to really make a difference. Bonjour, I might be Canadian, but I suck at French. Good luck, have fun. That's something that's known to all players. Hopefully he understands it. Alrighty then. Let's get a second one of those up. Let's get that. And because we have enough, we are going to be getting 2 starports because I'm just a little fancy. Next, we need to maximize our gas production because despite them costing the same amount as the Goliath, as I've already mentioned, they are, they're at a really interesting economic point where they can be easily built in an army, and everything is definitely in the range of affordable, but definitely not in the area of you can effortlessly lose any of them, and it's going to be a drastic problem. I would love to help. Alright, let's get those up. Then with these guys here, let's bind them to that key because I can. That's done there. These guys here, these are going to be bound to key 2. Now, I don't know if there's an actual order you should be doing and queuing this stuff in, but whatever. Alrighty then. So first we're going to need to get the upgrades. And that, of course, is going to be the Pulse Amplifier, which is the most important ability by far. Then, of course, we're also going to be getting the, the Displacement Field, which gives us a 20% chance, essentially, to avoid damage as long as they are cloaked. Of course, we're also going to need the main upgrades there as well. Let's also get some Vespian drones on here, here, and here, and here. Thankfully, they don't cost population.
That was nice of you.
Got an enemy attack inbound on our base,
We're also going to need to get science vessels as well, come to think of it. So let's get those upgrades there. That's going to be working. I'm going to be a little slow, but that's just a part of Swann. That's a part of the Swann experience, and that's a lot of enemies. Thankfully, these guys are very durable, especially with their health upgrades. See? Barely took any damage. Granted, there is the healing aura, but let's ignore that. Next up, these three guys over here need to be setting up the expansion. Actually, no. Before we do any of that, we're going to be setting up more supply depots because I'm running out. What? BS. BS. We are. That's a start. Alrighty then. Let's upgrade the Draken laser drill. Alright, we can now get some Wraiths. Jeez. Even at 150 and 50 gas, they're still... their price is interesting. We can also get some science vessels out. We don't need a lot. We just need 2 for detection and for dealing with the healing part. Now, the healing I don't need to worry about too much, but at the end of the day, I still should make sure to keep an eye on it. The type of enemies we are facing all air troops. Alrighty then. Let's get all of these upgrades here. I'm out of gas.
Shh, you hear that? The Mega Swarm is humming a victory song.
Then the one there, and then we need to go and we need to build this, and then just go back here or something like that. I don't know. We need to send these guys out. I might need more. So I need to get these upgrades really quickly. The range and, of course, the automatic healing is also a great addition. Now, the automatic healing, by all means, is not something that is completely reliant on. It's more of a outside combat, pop the healing, and then that's it. There really isn't much to them. Oh, the drills upgrade is already done. That is amazing. I'm already out of gas. There we are. And then from here, we're also going to be getting that. Hold on, that and that. There we are. Vespian gas production is through the roof. Let's cloak up. And, yeah, and burst damage. Let's cause a distraction, why don't we? Burst damage, move.
Guys are getting closer.
Kill it. Come on, I gotta get those damage bonuses. Just constantly move and hit, move and hit, move and hit. That's the rhythm. Nice. Alright, I think I need to back off and I need to disable their healing because unfortunately they don't have any way of effectively regenerating that energy lost. These guys here, I'm going to return them to a safe area here. And then as it goes for my starports, I'm going to be making, hopefully more. There we are. That's as much as I can make right now. Let's also pump out the production of these guys. Now, we need gas, yes, but the gas production is what I'm worried about too much right now. It is, of course, the minerals. That's what I'm more worried about. Surprisingly, though, in that entire thing, I did not lose any troops, though we actually didn't face a lot of hybrids, so that's also a factor as well. Let's see. I'm still getting used to the hotkeys. I'm still learning the grid keys. The grid keys are really complicated, so I'm going to try and learn this method. If it doesn't work, then I promise I will learn the grid keys.
Let's roll. We have you on visual.
And cloak. I don't even need to move these guys. They don't have any detection.
Another warp conduit has been activated. A wave of shuttles is headed toward it.
Not so fast! I promised my little friends blood, and I keep my promises.
Alright, let's disable cloaking for now. Use it only when right in combat. Let's get more of these guys out. Just because I can. Uh-oh, hybrid. There we are. It's the fight of our lives. Thankfully not a hybrid dominator. Oh, instantly deleted. Move and hit. Move and hit. Easy. We need to just pump out a series. Oh, yes. I like that production a lot. All right, next up, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting more supply depots. Then we're also going to be getting some upgrades, especially damage, because when enough of these guys are stacked on, they are able to delete everything that they touch. It's quite amazing, actually. All right, let's cloak up. And just attack, back off, attack, back off, attack, back off, attack, back off. Uh-oh, hybrid dominator. We gotta be careful. I think that's a dominator. Delete him. Look at that damage. Just all of a sudden, they lose a third of their health.
Science owes you a great debt, Commander.
Nicely done! Nicely done! Affirmative, sir.
There we are. Look how much wraiths that is. They build up real quick, and it's beautiful. It truly is beautiful. There we are. With that, that, and this should be good.
A wave of shuttles is making its way to an active warp conduit.
They can't run from my speedy robo buddies! No one.
There and there. See, especially with the speed boost, look how fast these guys are. Ignore what you just saw there. From there, we need more. Surprisingly, I can afford it. Cloak up. And first damage, and first damage, and first damage, and first damage, burst.
Enemies on the way, little buddies! Get out there!
Bomb him, bomb him, bomb him. Deleted. The damage output on that is so good.
The enemy must be crazy to think they can beat my mecha swarm.
Research vessel ready. Let's get a team to that shrine.
Nice indeed. This game can be so stupid sometimes. The fact that in these damn air superiority fighters are like gunships. They absolutely dominate the ground. It's stupid. See that guy? Instantly. Gone. Gone. Gone.
Wave of shuttles inbound on an active.
I need to be careful. I can't get too aggressive.
We need to move if we're taking that thing down.
See this? See that? See this guy? Dead. Oh no, that's a lot of anti-air. That's a lot of anti-air. I don't like that. Hatchery, dead. This guy. Now he's dead. There.
You have prevented the shuttle's escape.
Nice work.
Look at that damage. I'm just gonna lock down
Now
this one if I
won't make
can.
you thrown out of your spare parts.
All right, I'm gonna spawn camp that one. Cloak. Get him! Oh, that's a Leviathan. Come on, burst damage. Get him! Yes! That guy's dead. Get him! No, 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 you're not getting away. Uh-oh, cloaking's running out. Oh no!
Conduits. We will have to split our
I've run out of cloaking and I'm facing a Leviathan! Rapid fire, rapid fire!
The enemy is on the way, little buddies. Get out there and say hello.
Pulse cannon, get him! He's weakened. Somehow my science vessels are still alive. Next up, let's maximize Wraith production for the 4th time, but it didn't matter, because that is a GG.
a well-deserved victory. The shuttles have been eliminated.
And now it's finally time to end the video with a simple, if you absolutely love the video, if you love the content, hell, if you love me, be sure to scroll down below and hit that subscribe button because we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. It will truly be a monumental day and I might think about doing something special. I don't know. I'm not really good at planning in the future. But at the end of the day, we are almost there. So if you absolutely love the content, if you love everything you saw here and want to know more and want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all of the content coming your way. This is ToxicSpill. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And remember, do stuff you love. Signing off.